video is filled with tons of DIY, tons of inspiration. I can't wait to show you. Let's get to it. So we are going to take this 2x2. It's kind of long right now, but we will be using my miter saw to cut it. After I had the pieces cut, I actually ended up cutting one small piece of a 1x3. It's about a 1x3 by maybe about 5 inches long. This is going to be the base of what will be a little light post. Once I sanded it down, I am going to drill a hole right in the center of the smaller piece, as well as in the center of one of the ends of the 2x2. And then we're just going to screw in a screw on one side and then attach the longer piece to it until it's nicely tightened. And now I'm going to give everything 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white. I am now going to take this jar from the Dollar Tree. You can find these all the time at the dollar store. And I am going to remove the lid, and then I'm going to drill a hole on the one side of the lid. And then I am going to screw in the lid on the top side of the post. This is because we are going to have the jar going to be like the little light post, like where the lights are going to be. Then I'm going to take these little fairy lights that I get on Amazon. They come 12 in a packet. They are very gentle, but they do look beautiful. They come 12 in a packet and I love them. I do have them on my Amazon store, which is linked down below. If you've never visited my Amazon store, I highly recommend you do that. I have a lot of my favorite items there and I'd love for you to visit it. So check it out. After I threaded the lights through the little hole that we drilled from the bottom up, then I'm going to place all the lights inside of the jar and then just screw in the lid right on it. Now we have like a little light post. I am going to drill a hole here in the center. This is only because I'm going to be using a pick from the Dollar Tree and I need something to kind of stick in this stick. You know what I'm talking about. Because this is a thin 2x2, I didn't have much room to play with, so I drilled that hole and you're going to see it here in a minute. I took 2 ribbons that I had here on hand. I got these, I want to say it was Dollar Tree as well. It's just a burlap one as well as a kind of like a zigzag striped one. And I'm going to tie it, just a simple kind of like tighten it. And then I'm going to hot glue it as well. And this is what I was talking about. I cut the excess pick on this pick and then I'm just going to put it right in there with some hot glue. That way it's going to stick on there and it's not going to be wobbly and it's kind of heavier, I guess. And I just didn't want the hot glue to not be sufficient. I did place a faux leather leaf from Hobby Lobby as well as one little pumpkin from a little basket or a little baggie of pumpkins that I got at Hobby Lobby, as well as these little acorns that I also got at Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to place them there, put everything kind of like how I like to see it. And then I'm just going to dovetail the ribbon so they look finished and nicely put together, I guess. And then that's it for this one. I think this one turned out so stinking cute. Now I wish the light would be a little bit brighter. With the lights off, it does look bright, but I think maybe adding 2 of the fairy lights would have been perfect. But overall, I'm very happy. If you enjoy DIY home decor, this is the channel for you. I post every single week, so make sure that you are subscribed and that you hit that notification bell so you do not miss any of the content. For this next DIY, we are going to take 2 of this Dollar Tree puzzles from the kids section, and we are going to remove everything from it. And we're just I'm not going to need the little puzzle pieces if you want to keep them for any other DIY, but in this case, I actually tossed them. I'm going to take a leftover painter sticks, and I'm going to just hot glue it to the center to kind of bind both pieces together, as well as 2 jumbo popsicle sticks. We're just going to hot glue them on each end, and this is just going to make it stronger. And then we're going to flip it over and we are going to give everything 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white. However, I did forget to fill in the little crack in the middle with some spackle, so I did that after I gave the first coat, but really you should do it before, but it didn't matter. I filled it in using my fingers just like you see here, and then I am going to sand it smooth after the paint dries, and then give it the second coat. While that dries, I am going to take this wooden leaf from the Dollar Tree. We're going to fill in the little hole using spackle, and then we're going to give it 2 coats of this Rust-Oleum milk paint in this beautiful mustard yellow. I did sand in between each coat because you can see a lot of the brush strokes, so I wanted to make sure you didn't see as many as possible. I am now going to freehand the word fall, but I'm actually just going to do the F and then double L. And I took an extra flower, or not flower, leaf that I had on hand as a guide because the other one is still drying. And then I'm just going to, again, just freehand it. Now, I'm not positive this is the look I was going for. In the end, I liked it, but I think maybe if I would have used my Cricut for more precise letters, I think it would have looked nicer. But overall, you know me. If you follow me, you know that I like to commit and stick with what my vision is. But nonetheless, let me know what you think in the comments. I did take some antiquing wax and a makeup sponge, and I just antiqued and distressed the edges just for a little bit more dimension. And then I'm just going to hot glue the leaf right in the center of the sign. The leaf is going to serve as our A. And then I did add some nautical rope from the Dollar Tree on the back of the sign. That way we can hang it from there. And let me tell you, again, I'm not completely sure about the letters, the style, but overall, I think it looks so good. I love the color combination. I love the leaf right there in the center, how it overlaps on the top and the bottom. And you know what I love? I love that this cost me about $3. And I think it's awesome. If you are enjoying this video so far, make sure you take a second and give me a thumbs up. A thumbs up really helps my channel grow, and it helps this video reach more people. All right, for this DIY, we are going to start with one of these pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove everything from it, and then I am going to sand down some of that glittery stuff that is on there. Once I have it off, it doesn't have to be completely off because we're going to cover it, but I did dust it down, and I am going to spray it with these adhesive spray from the Dollar Tree. Then I'm going to take this fabric I got at Hobby Lobby, and I am going to place it right on top of the pumpkin and cut out the excess fabric. Then using my rotary cutter, I am going to trim the edges as close and as neat as possible so I have smooth edges. I am then going to take another pumpkin from the Dollar Tree, and this one has a wood finish, and we're going to stain it using Rust-Oleum chalked glaze. This is in their brown tone, and then we're going to let it dry. We are going to use a third pumpkin. This one's on the smaller side and it has like a 3D look. We are going to remove everything from it as well. And then we're going to use this Rust-Oleum milk paint in this beautiful mustard yellow color. And we're going to paint the inside of the pumpkin. So not the part that is sticking out, but the part that is underneath, the bottom part. And then we're going to paint the top part using Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the coastal blue. Once everything was dry, I used my Cricut to cut out a stencil that says Happy Fall, y'all. And then we're just going to place it towards the bottom right side of the brown pumpkin. And then we're going to stencil it using Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white and using a makeup sponge. And now it's time to stack them up together using hot glue. So we're just going to place hot glue on the top portion of the bottom pumpkin and then place the brown pumpkin right on top. We're going to do the same thing for the top pumpkin. And then once we had all the pumpkins stacked, it's time to just add some embellishments to the top. We're going to take this burlap ribbon from burlapfabric.com. We're going to make a very simple bow here, tie it in the middle with some jute string, and then we're going to glue it as well as tie it to the top pumpkin. And then I'm just going to start adding some embellishments here and there with some berries and some pumpkins that I have from Dollar Tree as well as Hobby Lobby. I'm just going to add them underneath the bow as well as on top until I kind of like what I see. And we are just about done with this stack of pumpkins. And I gotta say, I think it's stunning. I think you can so find something like this at any boutique, any store out there. I love all the colors, the textures, and it's just beautiful. So while I was at the Dollar General recently, I found this white truck. Now, I love trucks. I probably you do too, and they come in red for Christmas. They come in all kinds of color. This black one or this white one is stunning and it's beautiful, but it was $12 and I kind of hesitated, but then I thought, it's such good quality. The truck itself is really beautiful. The decor, however, could have been a little better. It was kind of like thrown in there and I didn't like it, so I removed the whole thing. And then I'm going to take some Dollar Tree florals and some of these little moss balls, and I'm just going to start making it into this beautiful arrangement, and I'm just going to speed it up for you. I'm just going to bring you along as you see how some simple Dollar Tree or dollar store items can turn any decor into a higher end looking, or maybe even a decor that comes straight out of a boutique. And this is what's going to happen with this truck. The moss just kind of gives it the fullness on the inside in case you can see through. And now I'm just going to take some of these picks and just start pressing them, pushing them right onto the foam. Just around the perimeter, so on the sides, on the back, but I'm going to leave the center and the front just open because we're going to add some pumpkins and some flowers. This sunflower is stunning. It's actually from Hobby Lobby. I believe it was $3.99, but it was on sale, 40% off, and I loved it. So I'm going to place it right in the front, and then this little white pumpkin that came in a bundle from Hobby Lobby as well. Now I'm going to take some of these white flowers from the Dollar Tree. Actually, it was the ones that came with the arrangement. I'm going to reuse them. And then I am going to take this one from the Dollar Tree and just place it there in the center. And look, how stunning does this look? And yes, it was $12, but if you were to find this at a higher end store or a boutique, you would be paying quite a bit more. I love it. I love the style. I love the neutral colors, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. For this next DIY, we are going to take this tag sign from the Dollar General. It was $2 and it's actually quite like a good size. Again, we're going to remove everything from it and we're going to put it to the side because we are going to reuse that little pumpkin. I'm going to sand down just a little bit of that paper because it kind of pulled off and I just want it to be smooth as possible. Removing the jute twine as well, and then we're going to give it 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white. We're going to cover the top and the bottom, but I did want it to have a lighter undertone, so I am going to paint the whole thing. I'm going to remove all this glue. This actually took me the longest from this whole DIY. It was stuck on there. But anyways, I got it out. We're going to use that moss green again from Waverly Chalk Pen. We're going to give it 2 coats and also let it fully dry. And then we are going to take this tacky glue from the Dollar Tree and we're going to apply generously, but we're going to spread it. I'm just going to use my fingers and I'm going to spread it thinly towards the bottom. So it's probably about 3.5, maybe 4 inches wide. It don't matter. I just eyed it out. And then I'm going to take this buffalo check fabric that I recently got at Hobby Lobby and I'm just going to start applying or place it on top. Then cut the X's and I'm going to do the same thing to the top, and then using my rotary cutter I am going to cut it nicely trimmed on the sides. we are now going to hot glue the little pumpkin right back on it. Instead of in the center, it's going to be towards the left side. And then we're going to use some of these rub-on letters from the Dollar Tree. To say that it gave me a hard time was to say the least. I struggled, guys. So the end result in the letters is not my favorite. I will admit it. I will tell you right now. However, I left it because it is what it is. You know, sometimes you just don't get it the way you want it, and it's okay. But overall, I think it worked out well. But they kept sticking to everything, and then I didn't have enough letters. And how does it look? Does it look okay? I don't know. I think it's fine. Anyways, I am going to take some of these Dollar Tree picks, and I'm just going to start hot gluing them, one on each side, kind of like falling to the sides. And then some of these lamb's ear that I already had on hand from Walmart, just hot gluing a couple of them just to add fullness and bring out a little bit more of that green tone. And then I'm going to take one of the little pumpkins that came in a bundle from Dollar Tree. We're going to hot glue one right there. And then a little acorn that I mentioned. I got these little acorns and pine cones in a little baggie, but there's a ton of them, and they come in different colors. But I'm going to stay with the neutral colors, and I am going to place one right underneath as well as a small pine cone. And then I'm going to take a larger pine cone, and I'm just going to hot glue it there to the side. And that completes it, at least with the arrangement portion of it. Now I'm going to take some of this nautical rope from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to cut a piece of it and tape the end that I cut because it will fray if you don't. And I'm just going to hot glue it to the back of the tag for it. But yeah, I think it turned out absolutely stunning. The way it was, again, it was beautiful. But I think adding a few little details from Dollar Store and anything you may have on hand, any other fabric you could have done as well. I just love the way it turned out. Beautiful. Friends, I would love to hear which one is your favorite. I think these all turned out very beautiful. They're all my favorite, but I really love that pumpkin stack. I can't tell you why. I just love it. Let me know in the comments though which one is your favorite. If you are visiting for the first time, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you consider joining our YouTube family. And if you are returning, welcome back. As always, my friends, I have a playlist here with tons more fall inspiration for you. Also a video. Check them out. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.